not all gardens need the sun. Some bloom best under the hush of stars. Tucked behind a forgotten monastery hidden by crumbling stone and ivy, there lies a moonlit garden no one has ever entered in daylight. Its vines curl like lullabies. Its blossoms open only when the moon is full. White roses that glow like soft lanterns and lavender that hums like memory. No gardener tends this place. The night itself cares for it. The dew, the stillness, the sigh of cool air brushing through leaves. And tonight, you find yourself there, not walking. You are simply present, watching the world bloom in silence. You sit on a soft mossy stone and feel that the earth still knows how to comfort. That rest is not a pause, it's part of the growing. Just notice it. Each flower that opens munches your breath. Each petal stretches as your body softens. A silver butterfly lands on your hand. Its wings pulse slowly, like a heartbeat. Nothing here is hurried. Nothing needs to be done. You are not alone. The garden grows with you, far beyond the villages, beyond even the winding roads of travelers. There stands a chapel carved into stone. No prayers echo here anymore. No sermons ring through its halls. Only lanterns, dozens of them hung from the beams, resting in alcoves, floating midair, each one flickering softly, but never going out. They are not lit by fire, but by memory. Each lantern holds the quiet wish of someone long ago. A night's last breath, a mother's lullaby, a scribe's silent hope for peace. And tonight, you walk through the chapel, barefoot, wrapped in stillness. You pass each glowing lantern slowly, and somehow you understand them. Not with your mind, but with your chest. A warmth, a recognition, as though these lights remember you, even if you don't remember them. You lie on a stone pew and watch the golden glow dance across the high, hollow ceiling. No thoughts, just light. And as your eyes close, you feel it. A lantern lights just for you. Not because you are lost, but because now you are found. There is a bridge. No one knows who built it. No maps show where it stands. It has no beginning and no clear end. But every now and then, when the world grows quiet, its stones are worn smooth by footsteps that never touch the ground. Its railings shimmer, not gold, not silver, but something softer, the color of remembered lullaby. Beneath it, a fog drifts gently like breath against glass. And above it, the stars don't move. They wait as if watching, and your heart slows just enough. You arrive at the bridge. It appears not in daylight, not in shadow, but somewhere in between. And somewhere far off, a gentle bell rings once. Just once. Tonight, you'll find yourself there. Not walking with purpose, just letting your feet move. Every step eases something inside you. Every echo of your footfall feels like an exhale. The air doesn't speak, but it listens. Halfway across, you pause. There is no fear. There is no need to turn back. Only this moment suspended in weightless calm. You are not crossing the bridge. The bridge is carrying you. Deep within a stone tower, beyond rusted gates and ivy-wrapped steps, there ticks a clock. But not like any other. This clock does not move forward. Its hands drift slowly, silently, backward. Each tick unwinds something. Not time, but memory. With every soft click, you feel a tension inside you loosening. You forget what you were holding. You forget why it mattered. In this tower, no one hurried. No one planned. There are no schedules. Only the unraveling of what once was. You sit beside the great clock. Its face glows with a soft amber light. Not harsh like daylight, but warm like candlelight and parchment. The gears turn gently, not grinding, but whispering. They do not rush toward the future. They ease you back into calm, into breath, into night. And as the clock ticks back and back again, you find yourself younger in feeling, softer, safer, lighter. You are not aging in reverse. You are simply letting go of what time told you to carry. You are not behind. You are exactly where peace begins. There is a ship that never touches the sea. It floats, not on waves, but on silence. Its sails are made of soft linen, stitched with stardust and lullaby. And its hull, smooth as driftwood, glides gently across the open plains of night. No wind pushes it. No anchor holds it. It moves by the rhythm of breath. Yours. Tonight, as your eyes grow heavy, you step aboard. There is no crew, yet the lanterns are lit. A soft glow wraps around you like a woolen cloak. You hear the faint creak of wood, but not a single crash of wave. Instead, a hut, as if the world has gone quiet just for you. You lie down beneath the mast and look up, not at stars, but at memories drifting past like clouds. This ship doesn't travel to places, it travels to feelings, forgotten places. The scent of an old book, the warmth of childhood sun, the weightlessness of being known. No destination is announced, but you trust it will take you somewhere safe. And as you drift, the stars above you dim, and your breath slows with the sails. You are not lost at sea. You are carried by stillness. There is a library, not one of grand halls and echoing footsteps, but a hidden place tucked beneath the roots of an ancient tree. You don't walk in through doors. You arrive as if gently remembered. Candlelight flickers along stone shelves, each one lined with books that whisper. Yes, these books do not speak loudly. They don't demand to be read. They wait patiently until someone listens with their heart. In peace, you curl up on a velvet bench, the shelves breathing around you, and hear one final whisper. You are not forgotten. Your story is safe here. The air is warm, thick with the scent of parchment and old wood. Not with a noise, but with a sigh. A soft release of a story held too long. You don't read the words. You feel them, a forgotten lullaby your grandmother used to hum, a moment of joy that once made you laugh in your sleep, a secret you never told. Now set free in quiet pages, you run your fingers across their covers, leather, velvet, even bark. And when you pause, one opens. And as the library grows dimmer, the books close one by one, but not in farewell. There is a village hidden in the folds of a quiet valley. It's not marked on any map and no roads lead in or out, because this village only exists when its people sleep. By day, it is still empty cottages with ivy-touched windows, gardens overgrown with lavender and thyme, windmills turning softly with no wind. But when night falls, the village awakens, and just before you sleep, a candle floats to your hand. Its flame steady and warm. You whisper one wish into it. It joins the sky here. No one dreams alone. You belong to the hush now. Lanterns light themselves. Footsteps pad gently on moss-lined paths. Chimneys puff. A faint mist that smells of cinnamon and rain. And inside every home, someone dreams. And their dreams leave through the windows and meet in the air above. The entire sky becomes a canvas of stories shared. A child dreams of flying. A baker dreams of her mother's laugh. An old shepherd dreams of when he first held hands with someone kind. And these dreams dance, merge, become one great hush that settles like soft snow on the rooftops. Tonight, you walk these cobbled paths. The dreams do not frighten you, they welcome you. There's a legend whispered in sleepy corners of the world that sometimes, just once in a person's life, the moon chooses them not to shine for the world, but to follow quietly like a guardian of dreams. You feel it before you see it, a gentle silver hush, brushing your skin like a lullaby made of light. It soothes, like cool silk wrapped around tired thoughts as you wander a winding path through the night. It never blinks, it never dims. It simply listens to your quiet hopes, your secret hurts, your gentle wants. No matter where you walk, the moon is there. Not cold, not warm, just understanding. It needs no word. It has always known. And as your eyes close, it stays close, a glowing promise above your dreams. Not overhead, but beside you, glowing between trees, peeking around rooftops, reflected perfectly in puddles even when the sky is clear. Tonight, it follows you. Its light doesn't dazzle, and then the moon does something rare. It lowers itself just enough for you to reach out. You touch it softly. You are not alone in the dark. The moon watches just for you. In a cobblestone alley where the fog always lingers, there's a little workshop with no sign and a door that opens only for the heavy. Inside, the air smells of cedar wood, candle wax, and old time. He listens to them. Each one holds a moment of someone's sorrow, a whispered goodbye, a missed chance, a tear left unseen. The clockmaker, gentle and old as the hills, takes each piece in trembling hands, whispers to it, and slowly turns its gear backward. Not to erase the sadness, but to soothe it, like brushing dust from a forgotten shelf. He never speaks, but his clocks tick in a lullaby rhythm, soft as raindrops on a window pane. This is the home of the clockmaker who rewinds sadness. You hold it out like a broken watch, too delicate to carry anymore. He nods. No questions, no judgment, just a sound of gentle winding. And when you leave, the weight is lighter. The night is softer, and one small ticking sound now follows you. A rhythm of healing. A clock that only moves forward when your heart is ready. He doesn't fix clocks. Tonight, you bring him your sadness. I love this story. It's so beautiful. Beyond the hills, where even the stars fall silent, there lies a secret garden. It doesn't bloom by sunlight. It blooms only when someone sleeps. The soil remembers footsteps from centuries ago. The air is thick with forgotten lullabies. No gardener tends it. Yet every petal opens like a sigh from the earth. As you sleep tonight, your presence will be felt. And one flower, just one, will begin to stop, not with color, but with emotion. It will bloom in the shape of your gentlest memory, a moment when you felt safe, heard, held. You won't see this garden while you dream, but it sees you. It knows the hush between your breaths, the rhythm of your peace, and it weaves it into vines that curl like melodies, leaves that hum soft secrets, petals that glow faintly with the warmth of your quiet heart. Every night it grows a little more, and every morning when you wake feeling lighter, a new blossom has bloomed somewhere far away in a garden that owes its beauty to you. You are the dream the garden waits for. Sleep and let it bloom. In the heart of an ancient village, where every door creaks with stories, there hangs a single lantern. It never goes out. It never needs to be lit. A name would return, floating like dust in moonlight, softly etched in gold across the glass. It glows from something older than fire. This is the lantern that carries forgotten names. You walk closer, you place your hand on the cool metal, and suddenly you feel them. A baker who once gave bread without asking. A shepherd who sang to his flock under the stars. A child who drew stories in the dirt. Their names, no longer lost. They swirl gently around the flame inside, kept alive not in history books, but in this lantern and in your quiet company. Long ago, it was said that when someone was forgotten, a quiet soul with no one left to whisper their name, the lantern would flicker, and with each flicker, sleep now, knowing you are part of something eternal. Tonight, the lantern glows brighter than usual. You sit beneath it, wrapped in its warmth, and for a moment, every forgotten soul is remembered. You have given light to memory. There is a forest hidden beyond the edges of maps, where no birds sing and no paths are marked. Only silent, not forgotten dreams, but those that were loved deeply and simply let go. A wooden flute once dreamed of playing for kings. Now it hums softly in the wind between branches. A paper boat, once carried by a child's hope, rests beneath moss, still folded, never sunk. and something deeper than silence, memory. They cradled these dreams in their roots, like old librarians tucking in beloved books. And tonight, the forest has made space for one more yours. Heal your dreams, rest gently until they are ready to rise again. Not a dream lost, but one gently set down. No shame, no sadness, only peace, knowing that it will be cared for, watched over by ivy and stars, and perhaps one day bloom again in someone else's hall. This is the forest where dreams go to rest. The trees here are tall and kind. You rest at the base of an ancient elm, its bark warm with memory, its leaves whispering. You are not alone. At the edge of a forgotten monastery hidden atop a cliff veiled in mist, there is an ancient bell tower. Its stones are weathered, its steps cracked and winding, but the bell has never fallen silent. The kind that wakes up each day despite sorrow. The kind that says, I forgive when no apology comes. The kind that still hopes, even when the world forgets to be kind. It does not toll for time, nor for weddings or war. It rings only for the brave, not the loud kind of bravery, not the sword-bearing, firefighting kind, but the quiet kind. Tonight, as you lay in stillness, the wind stirs, the sky listens, and far off in the night, the bell rings. Just once, soft, deep, and golden. And though you are far away, you feel its sound ripple through your chest. A gentle echo that whisper, you are brave, not for doing something great, but for just being here. Tonight, the tower rings for you. Sleep well, knowing your courage has been seen. There is an old stone cottage. It's tucked deep in the folds of a valley that few remember. Its walls are draped in ivy, its roof patched with moss, but its window is untouched, clear, unfogged, timeless. Because every night, just as the clock strikes midnight, this small cottage window awakens, and if you sit before it, wrapped in a woolen shawl, candle flickering nearby, you will not see your reflection. You will see the past, but not history from books. No battles, no kings, only the soft, quiet moments that people never write down. A grandmother brushing her granddaughter's hair, a baker whispering a song to his dough, a soldier hiding a letter in a hollow tree. The window shows only love, hidden love, forgotten love, but love nonetheless. Tonight, you sit there. The window glows, and for a few minutes you watch the world as it once was. Beautiful, not because it was perfect, but because it was real. The past breathes softly through this glass, and so do you. Sleep now with stories behind your eyes, far beyond the highlands where the stars seem to rest just above the hills. Stand the moon cathedrals, built not by kings nor commissioned by priests, but slowly, stone by stone, by wandering monks who had once lost their way. They were never meant for crowds, never meant for sermons, only for singing. And yet, when the moonlight passes through the open archways, they hum, not with voices, but with memories. Above you, the moon hangs like a silver lantern, wrapped in moonlight and music only you can hear. Rest now, and the walls begin to vibrate with the softest lullaby. It's not a song you know, but somehow you recognize every note. A melody stitched together from every comfort you've ever felt. A hand held, a name whispered in safety, a quiet breath before sleep. And only when the moon is full, their towers are hollow, their walls are soft with moss. You walk into one tonight, barefoot across the cool stone. The cathedral doesn't need words, because you've brought the meaning with you. Take a deep breath and let your body melt into stillness. The world is quiet now. Tonight, we wonder where the stars hum softly and stone remembers music. Our story begins in the highland, far beyond the reach of road, where the grass grows silver under the full moon and the air tastes of lavender and old stone. There, hidden in the hills, stand the moon cathedrals. They were not built for kings, not for the faithful. They were never meant for sermons or crowds, only for singing, and only when the moon is full. Wandering monks, gentle souls once lost, built these cathedrals stone by stone, guided not by maps, but by the soft pull of peace. And tonight, you walk barefoot into one. The cool stone beneath your feet is dappled with moonlight. Above you, arches open to the stars, and in the silence, a hum begins. The walls vibrate, not with music as we know it, but with something older, a melody made of memory, a lullaby stitched from every kind moment, every quiet joy you've ever felt, a warm hand in winter, a whispered name before sleep, the soft sound of your own breath. Tonight, this cathedral sings just for you. Sleep now, wrapped in moonlight and remembered peace. ASMR bedtime storytelling. Script, close your eyes. Let your thoughts ripple like water beneath a quiet stone bridge, where an old stone bridge arches over a river that never hurries. This bridge is not famous. No map marks its place. But it remembers. The world changed, but the bridge remained. Its stones warmed by sun, washed by rain, and cooled by midnight winds. Some say if you walk across it slowly, you can feel the echo of old footsteps and hear the rustle of a promise, not yet fulfilled, because it was built with a promise. Long ago, two travelers met in this very place. A poet and a healer, they stood in the moonlight, hands nearly touching, and whispered a vow. If we are ever lost, we will find each other here. The night is gentle, and something ancient is waiting. Our story begins beneath a sky wrapped in velvet cloud. Years pass. Tonight, you walk there. You pause at the bridge is still here waiting, just in case. And so are you. The river is quiet. The breeze carries the faintest whisper they will return. And for a moment, you believe all promises, especially the gentle ones, are never truly lost. Rest now. This is an ASMR bedtime story. In the village of Sorella, nestled between mountains and a river, every house has a chimney. And every evening, just before bed, they all breathed in the night's last sigh and listen as a distant village prepares to trade sleep for light. Tuck a dream beneath your pillow. The jars are then placed on wooden shelves and left beneath the willow tree that leans gently over the fountain. They are never opened again. Not by the dreamers themselves, but by others on nights when they feel lonely or lost. And so, one person's dream becomes another's comfort. You're not alone. Your story will find someone when they need it most. Each night, the people of Sorella gather in the village square to whisper their dreams into jars made of glass and silver thread. An old man's memory of his first dance might soothe a sleepless heart. And tonight, you find yourself there holding a jar. It's warm from the starlight. Inside is someone else's dream. And somehow, it feels like it was always meant for you. A child's dream of flying may guide a traveler. Sleep now, dear dreamer. ASMR bedtime storytelling. Script 200 plus words soft. Dreamlike tone, the night is still. Your heart be quiet. Let's step softly now, where time is folded between parchment and laughter once shared. Our story begins at the edge of the old forest, where lanterns swing low over cobbled paths, and a scent of lavender ink lingers in the air. There stands a building made of green stone and carved wood, its walls creaking with kindness. The library of forgotten smiles. It doesn't hold books of words. Instead, it collects moments, tiny flickering memories of every quiet smile that was ever forgotten. The first smile of someone reading a letter. The bashful grin before a secret gift. The way lips curl when someone thinks they're unseen. Smiling only for themselves, each shelf holds crystal vials filled with golden light, gently swirling like warm honey. When uncorked, they release, not sound, but feeling. A little flutter in the heart, a trace of warmth in the cheeks, a sense that something lovely has just passed by. Tonight, you walk through its halls, A librarian with silver hair offers you a vial. Inside is a smile you gave someone long ago and forgot, but the library remembered, and now it gives it back to you. Sleep softly, smiling. You're floating now. Soft waves beneath you, stars above. The night is your vessel, and you're sailing towards something forgotten yet familiar. Ahead, rising from the mist, is the island that only appears in dreams. Its shores are lined with soft sand that glows faintly blue like the breath of sleeping seashells. The trees there hum, not with wind, but with lullabies once sung by grandmothers long gone, collecting pieces of dreams, some yours, some from hearts you'll never meet. Sleep now. The island is watching over you, and it will be here again when next you dream. No one lives on the island, not in the usual way, but if you listen, you can hear voices in the breeze. Not speaking, remembering. They say that every time a dream ends too soon, a fragment of it floats here and becomes part of the island. A door that never opened, a voice that called your name, but faded a hand, reaching through the mist just before you woke. Tonight, you walk it shore, barefoot. Close your eyes. You're not watching the minutes past anymore. You're listening. But in moments that made your chest rise and fall, every heartbeat it hears, it remembers. You climb the spiral steps, and when you place your palm to the stone, you feel it. A soft pulse matching your own. A flutter of excitement, a slow beat of grief, the calm rhythm of peace, like yours, right now. To the quiet drum of life. Our story begins in a town nestled between dusk and dream, where the streets wind in spirals and every lamp glows like a pocket of thought. At its center is an ancient clock tower. But this tower has no ticking hands, no numbered face, no bell to chime the hours. Instead, it listens to the hearts of those who pass below. Your heart is safe here, and in this tower, you will never be forgotten. It was built by a forgotten order of quiet monks who believed that time was on something to measure in minutes. Inside the tower, the walls are covered in soft, glowing threads, each one tied to a heartbeat felt and honored. Tonight, the tower listens to you, and you are now part of its gentle story. Sleep now, beloved listener. ASMR, bedtime storytelling. Tonight, we walk a quiet path lit by lanterns made of comfort. Our story begins in a valley where the hills roll like lullabies and the sky rests low, full of sleepy stars. You don't have to. Let the lantern float beside you as you sleep. It will carry your sorrow for a while. There's a narrow stone path here, old moss lined and nearly forgotten, but at night it comes alive. Tiny lanterns, hundreds of them, float just above the ground, drifting slowly like petals in the breeze. Each one was made by a pair of gentle hands, not to guide travelers, but to chase away sadness. In this village long ago, people would whisper their grief into thin parchment, fold it into a shape of light, and release it into the dusk. And the lanterns remembered. They don't burn with fire, but with the warmth of stories. Released wounds, spoken aloud, and tears that were finally allowed to fall. Tonight, you walk among them. One lantern pauses by your shoulder. It recognizes something inside you and glows a little warmer. You don't speak. Feel the cool hush of a passing rain cloud. Let the sound of droplets lull your thoughts to sleep, where the clouds move slowly and every rooftop has a story to tell. Here lived a painter named Melira. Instead, she gave her paintings to people who'd forgotten what their hearts looked like. And when morning comes, your colors will remain. Who never used brushes or dipped our hands in paint. She waited for rain. Her canvas was cloth stretched across her garden, soft linen tied between birch trees. And when the rain began to fall, she would whisper her feelings into the sky. The clouds somehow listened. And where the droplets landed, colors began to bloom. Not with ink, but with memory. A warm corner of childhood would stain the fabric amber. A heart mended by kindness would glow soft blue. Longing became violet. peace, a pale green. Tonight, we meet a painter whose canvas was the sky itself. Our story begins in a quiet village near the edge of the world. She didn't sell her work, she didn't display it. And tonight, the rain falls gently on your dreams, and the canvas waits just for you. Let the storm carry away your noise. Welcome to my channel. Tonight's bedtime story is brought to you by the light of the moon. Let your thoughts soften like parchment. Let your eyelids grow heavy as moonbeams touch forgotten pages. Once upon a time, tucked high in the cliffs, where owls glide soundlessly between towers, there sat an old monastery, and in its library, bound in weathered indigo leather, was a book that only opened when the world was still. Its clasp rusted shut by time. It held no title on its spine, no stories to tell, or so it seemed. For once a month, when the full moon hung up, its silver light would slip through a narrow crack in the ceiling and land upon the book's cover, unlocking it. Then the pages, written in soft, glowing ink, would become legible in the moonlight. A knight's last sleep before battle, a baker's wish for her lost daughter, a child's memory of flying through stars. And tonight, the moon is full. The clasp clicks open. You lean in and find your own dream written inside. Close your eyes now. Let the book keep reading even after you sleep. Close your eyes like the sky closing its lids. Imagine stars blinking slowly, one by one, and feel your breath drift among them. Featherlight, where villagers used to sleep on their rooftops to watch the sky. There lived a star, not in a constellation, not among the famous ones, but alone. Far in the quiet corner of the heavens, she had a name once, whispered by a child centuries ago. But no one remembered it now. All the other stars had fallen long ago, shooting across the night like wishes come true. But this one waited. She wanted to fall only when someone truly needed her. So she watched, patient and kind. From above, snowfall and sea tides, battles and lullaby. And then one night, as you lay still beneath the stars, your heart whispered a wish. Soft, uncertain, barely real, and the star heard you. Without a sound, she let go. She fell, not like fire, but like forgiveness, and landed gently in your dream, high above the rolling hills of a forgotten kingdom. Tonight, sleep, knowing the universe heard you, and your star finally fell just for you. So many of us spend so much time worrying about what might happen or what has already happened that we forget to be present in the only moment that is real. The now, in the quiet of the night, when the house is still and the world outside is asleep. Take a deep breath in, like winding a watch, where the streets curve like question marks. There lived an elderly clockmaker named Emric. His workshop was small, filled with the ticking, talking, worry sounds of clocks, and a soft golden dust that shimmered in the sunlight. But Emric didn't just repair clocks. He repaired lost time. People would come to him not with broken watches, but with broken moments. A mother who missed saying goodbye, a knight who regretted not writing one last letter, a baker who'd forgotten what childhood smelled like. They would sit quietly in Emric's shop and place something on the table, a button, a ribbon, a faded note, and he would listen. Then, with steady hands, he'd reach into a drawer marked "Not Yet" and retrieve a tiny gear that no longer ticked, but hummed with memory. By the time his work was done, they wouldn't go back in time, but they would walk forward whole again. Breathe out, like letting go of hours that have already passed. Tonight, we visit a place where time doesn't move forward. It heals in the heart of an old cobblestone town. And tonight, he's fixing your lost hour. Sleep gently. Emric is winding your sorrow into peace.